Now, I don't hear many people talking about this, not on LinkedIn, not on TikTok, not on Facebook, not on Snapchat, not on YouTube. Get your pen and paper because we're going to start this early. One of the biggest skills you will ever develop in your leadership, one of the biggest skills you'll ever develop in your leadership, and I mean this one because I just had a conversation where we had to talk this through, is learning what you can control and what you cannot control. And that skill, my friend, by far is discernment. And the twist is this: you've been trying to control everything except you, because that is the part that really matters. Your leadership, your skills, your capability, your intelligence, and your brilliance, which takes us to your identity, your presence, and your leadership. And I know you know it's not where you want it to be. So let's talk about it. You keep telling yourself you're doing your best. Deep down, you're not living up to the potential that you want, not what other people see. You're not being consistent. You're not showing up as the leader that you know you are, which means a few things are happening. So essentially, you feel invisible in rooms where you should be influential. You're overwhelmed. You're overthinking. You're hesitating. You're shrinking back. You literally are dimming your voice to avoid any sort of hype that would put the spotlight on you. So let me tell you what no one's saying out loud. You're not lacking in talent. You're lacking in clarity, you're lacking in identity, and you're lacking in presence. And that's because you were not trained on how to do that. You've mastered competence, but you have not mastered yourself. And that is where I step in. Why is that so important? Because the moment you begin to understand your leadership, what you can and can't control, and discern what's happening in the business as well as within yourself, that's the moment your leadership actually changes. People think leadership is just about being the smartest, just about being the most influential, just about. No, 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 no. Leadership is about, by far, about how you discern what's happening within the business. So, discernment is going to help you to appreciate what is yours to carry, when to speak, when not to speak, when to go to the next level, when to escalate, when not to escalate, when to be able to provide information to your team, when to hold things close to your chest, and when essentially to make the appropriate decision to move you forward within the business. So your discernment is screaming something is off, and here is the secret sauce. Leadership first is identity, skills second, and power third. And the moment you understand that is the moment you get even better with your clarity, with your identity, with your presence, with your influence, and last but not least, how you're going to scale and operate in your leadership. So you could become a better leader by learning another tool. Yes, that's an option. But you become a better leader by learning yourself, by understanding who you are, by knowing and understanding what you do and don't stand for, by understanding how others view you and their perception of you versus how you view yourself. So, by understanding the version of you that's running the show and replacing it with the version of you that's actually aligned with where you're going, the communication changes, the shift comes in with perception, people see you differently, how you think is different, and last but not least, how you discern things are differently. So your confidence changes, the presence changes, and the room changes. So we are shifting things around you and who you are. Your leadership is now changing, it's adjusting, and we prioritize exactly who you are and get it aligned with that internal work that we've been doing. So, most leaders don't need more information. They need a leadership transformation. Hence, the reason why I created the Leadership Alchemy Masterclass, because we begin to break down the leadership identity that you have outgrown. We rebuild your executive presence and help you to control the three things that get results: your leadership, your voice, and your influence. 2 hours, raw instruction, uncut, get into it. No corporate cliches, just leadership evolution that you can bank on. Now, if you need more, you know where to find me. I am not an enigma. Right here. Like, comment, and follow for more.